in the secluded hills of Devon, where the rugged coastline meets dense woodlands and the sea's restless murmur echoes through the valleys. Chambercombe Manor stands as both a historic treasure and a vessel of eerie mystery. This grand, weathered estate, its ivy-clad stone walls glowing softly under the moon, is a patchwork of centuries, medieval foundations, Elizabethan gables, and Georgian refinements, set amidst sprawling grounds that whisper of forgotten lives. To tourists and historians, it is a window into England's past. To those who know its secrets, it is a place where the veil between worlds wears thin. Beneath its picturesque exterior lies a story of tragedy and suspense, one that has haunted the manor for nearly 3 centuries. The tale of the drowned lady, a ghost whose sorrow clings to the stones like salt spray. The story begins in the autumn of 1738, during a fierce storm that battered Devon's coast, when a shocking discovery was made within the manor's walls. Workmen, hired by the manor's then owner, William Otway, to repair a crumbling section of the upper floors, were tasked with opening a sealed room long rumored to be cursed. As their hammers breached a false wall, concealed behind faded tapestries, they uncovered a hidden chamber, barely larger than a coffin. Inside, lit by the flicker of their lanterns, lay a chilling relic, the skeleton of a woman, her bones twisted in a posture of desperation, still draped in the tattered remnants of a fine gown, its silk frayed but hinting at wealth. The air in the chamber was thick with dust and decay, and the workmen fled, whispering of a presence that seemed to watch them from the shadows. Examination of the remains offered few answers, but sparked a cascade of questions. The woman was not a resident of Chambercombe Manor, nor was she known to the Otway family. Her gown, dated to the late 17th or early 18th century, bore traces of seawater, leading to a grim theory. She was a shipwrecked stranger, likely a passenger on one of the countless vessels lost to Devon's treacherous cliffs. Local records from the period mention a merchant ship, the Silver Crest, which sank off Ilfracombe in 1698, its passengers, nobles and traders from France and Spain, swallowed by the waves. Could she have been among them, washed ashore, only to meet a darker fate within the manor's walls? The skeleton's contorted position suggested she had been trapped, perhaps entombed alive, her final moments spent clawing at the unyielding stone. With no name or lineage to claim her, the discovery birthed a mystery that would define Chambercombe Manor for generations. The tragic fate of the unknown woman left an indelible mark on the manor, as if her despair had seeped into its very foundations. Soon after the skeleton was removed, buried quietly in a nearby churchyard under an unmarked stone, residents and visitors began reporting strange occurrences. Footsteps echoed in empty rooms, their rhythm heavy with purpose. Candles flickered and died despite still air, and an oppressive chill, sharp as a winter tide, would sweep through the upper floors without warning. Most chilling was the appearance of a ghostly figure, a lady in a flowing white gown, her silhouette shimmering like moonlight on water, her face obscured by a misty veil that seemed to ripple with her unspoken grief. Known as the Drowned Lady, she became the manor's most enduring spectre, her presence a haunting echo of a life cut short. Witnesses describe her as both beautiful and sorrowful, her gown billowing as she glides through the manor's oak, panelled corridors or lingers near the hidden chamber where her remains were found. "It's not just seeing her, it's feeling her," says Margaret Henshaw, a tour guide who has worked at Chambercombe for over a decade. "There's a weight in the air, a sadness that presses on your chest. I saw her once, near the old staircase, just standing there. She didn't look at me, but I felt her grief, like I was drowning in it. Then she was gone. Margaret's account echoes countless others, from 18th century servants to modern visitors, each describing a figure who moves silently. Her veiled face turned toward some unseen horizon, as if searching for a home she will never find. The haunting was first recorded in a 1740 letter from a visiting clergyman, who wrote of a lady's shade, clad in white, weeping without sound in the manor's west wing. Over the centuries, as Chambercombe passed through the hands of merchants, gentry, and preservation trusts, the drowned lady's presence grew stronger, her appearances tied to the hidden chamber and the manor's oldest rooms. Guests staying overnight report waking to the sound of distant waves crashing, though the sea lies miles away, or feeling an icy hand brush their skin in the dark. In 1985, a family renting the manor for a holiday fled after their daughter, aged 7, described a wet lady standing at her bedside, whispering, "Where am I?" The girl's drawing of the figure, now displayed in the manor's visitor center, shows a woman with hollow eyes and water streaming from her gown, a detail chillingly consistent with other accounts. Chambercombe Manor's reputation as one of Devon's most haunted sites has drawn paranormal investigators, historians, and thrill-seekers, each seeking to unravel the drowned lady's story. Dr. Michael Forsyth, a renowned historian and maritime expert, spent months researching the manor in 2017, intrigued by the link to Devon's shipwreck-strewn coast. The Silver Crest is a strong candidate, he noted in a 2018 interview with Devon Historical Review. Its passenger manifest lists several women of status, including a Spanish merchant's daughter, Isabella de Varga, who vanished in the wreck. The manor's true role remains shrouded in mystery. Was the woman brought here for aid, only to be hidden? Or was her death deliberate, a secret buried to protect someone powerful? Forsyth's team used ground-penetrating radar to search for other hidden chambers, finding anomalies in the manor's foundations, though excavations were halted to preserve the site. Local folklore weaves a darker tapestry, suggesting foul play. Some believe the woman was a victim of piracy, her wealth or identity making her a target for looters who roamed Devon's shores. Others point to the Otway family, whose maritime trade connections raise suspicions of smuggling or worse. A 19th century Ilfracombe fisherman's tale claims the manor was a house of secrets, where shipwreck survivors were sometimes silenced to conceal illicit dealings. A cryptic entry in a 1702 parish ledger mentions a stranger's soul, lost to the manor, unshriven, fueling speculation that the woman's death was no accident. Yet no definitive records, neither ship logs nor family papers, name her, leaving her identity as elusive as her ghost. The manor's haunting has shaped Ilfracombe's community, blending fascination with unease. At the Smuggler's Rest pub, locals recount drowned lady sightings over pints of Ladies' Tide ale, while older residents avoid the manor's lane after dark, claiming the air smells of seaweed on stormy nights. My gran saw her in the 60s, walking the path to the manor, says Tom Pemberton, a 45-year-old fisherman. She said the lady's veil was dripping, like she'd just crawled from the sea. Gran never went back. The manor, now a heritage site open to the public, draws thousands annually, its ghost tours booked months in advance. Visitors often report capturing anomalies in photographs, faint white shapes in doorways or orbs of light near the hidden chamber, though skeptics attribute these to dust or lens flares. Paranormal investigations have added tantalizing clues. In 2014, the Southwest Ghost Hunters recorded electromagnetic field spikes and a low female voice murmuring, Ayúdame, Spanish for help me, in the hidden chamber, hinting at a foreign origin for the woman. A 2021 thermal imaging study detected a cold humanoid shape moving through the West Wing, vanishing when investigators approached. Yet the manor guards its secrets fiercely. It's as if she doesn't want to be found, says Dr. Forsyth. Her ghost isn't angry, it's lost, trapped in a moment of betrayal or abandonment. That's what makes her so haunting. Chambercombe Manor remains a place where history and mystery intertwine, its halls alive with the echoes of the past. The hidden chamber, now a preserved exhibit, is kept dim, its stone walls seeming to pulse with unspoken stories. The sea, visible from the manor's high windows, roars as it did centuries ago, a reminder of the shipwreck that may have birthed the tragedy. Whether the drowned lady was a victim of chance, greed, or malice, her identity remains a cipher. Her sorrow a thread woven into the manor's soul. For those who walk its corridors, especially in the early hours when mist creeps through the Devon hills and the house falls silent, her presence is a palpable weight, a reminder that some losses are too deep. Many thanks for treading this tale's dark path. If its chill gripped you, like, subscribe, and comment below.